obviously with Mike Bjorkman being here, and he was referencing, he's going to have to go back to work, and he's going to have to do the things that Tammy normally does because they work together at HomeSmart Real Estate. Mike is our real estate expert and real estate guru, and we bring Mike in to talk real estate.
I get to do the show and do my normal segment.
And you get to do your normal segment as well.
I love it. I love it.
But, a few years ago, we had the crash in real estate.
Right.
A lot of homeowners lost their home, forced to sell. They were foreclosed upon, things like that. Are they able now to get back into the market?
Yeah, those are our boomerang buyers, and I think we've talked about them on the show a couple times. What I really wanted to point out today was the day after Veterans Day.
Yeah.
If you are a veteran and you had a short sale on your home, many of them don't know you could buy again right away with the correct circumstances. If you took advantage of the market and the VA feels that way, then you can't buy for 2 years. But either way, as a veteran, they get an extra bonus of buying 2 years after a foreclosure even.
How is that different from like the FHA or conventional?
Well, with FHA and, with FHA you have to wait 3 years, whether it's a foreclosure or a short sale. And this is what I want you guys to really pay attention to, because a lot of people did foreclosures, short sales, and loan mods. 3 years after, most of this went away in 2011, 2012. A lot of us are at that 3-year mark. And many people don't realize they could still buy FHA, which is really important because you could put 3.5% down. That could be a gift from a family member. You could borrow against your 401k. So instead of being stuck as a tenant, more and more of our buyers are realizing they can move now.
I'm trying to do the math. So 3.5% of, say, a $500,000 home.
Yeah, 15 grandish, you're moving right back into a home. And most people, you could be your cousin, your brother-in-law, anybody can gift this money to you with the correct paper trail. So, I always like to talk about what we call the boomerang buyers and sellers because it's so crucial that we jump back into the, the real estate game, especially if nothing else for tax write-off. I met with my accountant last week and we had lunch and he's telling me how great all these industries are. He said, I haven't seen tax returns like this in a long time.
Wow.
So it just reminds me, folks, take advantage of these short periods. For conventional financing even, there's 20% down programs, which a lot of self-employed people have the money. They just don't know they can buy, and this is only 3 years after foreclosure. So if you lost your home as a self-employed plumber, contractor, it doesn't even really matter. But if you've kept your credit good, you can buy again.
So would this be a good opportunity for someone who did do the loan modifications back in the day? Can they now move up? Maybe it's time because the economy's going better. Maybe they're making more money. They're doing a little bit better.
Right.
They've been able to create a little bit of equity in their home. Can they do that? Was there a time when they couldn't do that?
Yeah, because their credit was ruined. But it's been a few years now, and they're back on track. But so many people had these loan modifications, and there was thousands of them just right here in Santa Clarita. But what was really fascinating to me is people say, I don't want to move. I have this loan modification of 1%. And then it went up to 2%, 3%. Now it's 5% adjustable, higher than our rates today. So now everybody's going, okay, it's time to move and sell our house and move up. But they were so afraid they didn't realize that after 3-4 years they can move up. So,
and just to be crystal clear, when you're talking loan modifications, that is not refinancing.
It's a form of refinancing in a lot of people's minds,
right.
But they take their original loan and they modify those documents. They change them for that particular buyer.
So if someone refinanced...
So it wasn't a new loan, they just modified the existing terms.
So refinancing is a new loan, it's a brand new loan, so there is a difference between those two.
Right.
So you're not saying that if someone refinanced, they had to wait 3 years.
Right, exactly. Okay. So, and that's another excellent point to bring up. The people that need to refinance, they can. They think, I did this loan modification, my credit's destroyed. No, after a few years again, after those rates have gone up and turned into an adjustable, like many cases, now they can refinance, go back into an ARM if they feel comfortable, and get into those really low 2.5%, 3% rates and feel more comfortable again.
Okay, so now we're
or leave it as a rental property and refinance it, and then move up into a bigger home.
And we're entering now the holiday season.
Yes.
Is this a good time to even consider it? Should people just go, okay, I can do this now, but I think I should wait?
Right.
What's the best thing for them?
Obviously, we've talked about it many times. The holidays are an amazing time to be moving. Like the people's house I put on last night on the market, she just said, look, Mike, my family's here during Christmas week and Thanksgiving week. I said, no problem. We can take it off the market for those 3-4 days. And then she said, I don't want to move during the holidays if it was to sell tomorrow. Again, we can work out a scenario where the seller can rent back from the buyer until they're more comfortable at the time. But they were smart, and they listened to me because they only have 2 homes that are competition right now, because a lot of people say, oh, we're just going to wait till after the holidays. So we know how serious the buyers are right now. There's a very good chance I'll get it sold for more money and faster when after, January 15th, my phone rings off the hook, and now they'll have 10 homes to compete with.
Right.
So right now they eliminated a lot of competition, forcing any serious buyer that needs to move during the first of the year. They probably get more money.
So if someone's interested, what's the next step?
Mike at SantaClaritaRealEstate.com. Yeah, obviously you want to call a lender, and we work very closely with the Reno brothers at Wintrust Mortgage. They can definitely help you out. They really specialize in this kind of stuff. But you can email me, where am I, Mike at SantaClaritaRealEstate.com. My cell phone, 661-212-8075. And when Tammy heals, Tammy at SantaClaritaRealEstate.com, T-A-M-I. But just give us a call. We're really easy to find on Google anywhere. We can help you out with that.
Good stuff, good stuff.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's so important to tell Santa Clarita about, because, a lot of people are in pain and agony not knowing that they could go buy a home right now.
Right.
People's taxes just must be getting killed. And I own SCV Leasing also.
Right.
So we have, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these tenants. So I talk to them and I hear these stories all the time. So that's why I'm just so passionate about getting these people back into homes.
And interest rates are still low.
Yeah, still under 4% in a lot of cases.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Mike Bjorkman from HomeSmart Real Estate on the show today, but thanks for the real estate update. We appreciate
worries.
it. And
What's
an update from the comment. Tammy, the lander is still there. I know you're riveted. You need to know this stuff, so
Yeah.
I just wanted to fill you in that it's still happening there. It's still on the plan, on the comment itself. We're gonna take a break. Did you know that we have a Philharmonic here?
I did know that, thanks to Tammy last night.
We have the Santa Clarita Philharmonic. They have a show coming up. We're going to talk about the Philharmonic and give you a little taste of what it does when we come back.